Here's Gerard in Airdrie in North Lanarkshire in Scotland. Go ahead, Gerard.
George, good to speak to you, my man. Listen, I'm a good West of Scotland Catholic, so please be easy on me if I try to have a pop at you.
Okay.
All right. Listen, my man. There's been a bit of general hypocrisy as usual. America's the big bad guy, and they're the evil empire and all that sort of stuff. But listen, you wrote an interesting article about Ahmadinejad a few weeks ago. You said basically in the Daily Record that he doesn't want to see women and homosexuals killed because it's these sort of tribal leaders that are pushing it through.
No, I didn't say either of those two things.
Well, it's sort of that was the general gist of it.
Yeah, but
George,
well, if you're going to quote me, Gerard, you've got to quote me correctly. I was talking about the case of the woman in the adultery case. He said that he did not want to see this woman stoned to death, and that it was hold on. He didn't say it was tribal leaders. There are no tribal leaders in Iran. He said it was local judges, provincial judges, that had the power to issue these sentences. Now go on.
Well, as you've interviewed him personally, George, does he want to see women and homosexuals executed?
Well, he believes in the death penalty, just like the American political system does.
Well, I don't. If I could just make a brief point.
Yeah.
About America, you don't seem to cut them the same sort of slack, because as you well know, the president can't simply say to a state governor, "Oh well, don't execute people."
But I've never mentioned the American president tonight. His name has not crossed my lips.
I wasn't talking about Obama. I was just talking about the president in general.
Well, I'm not talking about any president. It was the government in Virginia, the state of Virginia, that had the option to give clemency to this woman, and they did not.
Yeah, that's my point. If you'll just bear with me a second. Basically, as you well know, the American Revolution was all about freedom and basically they don't want a Caesar-like leader telling Americans what they can do. So, that's what it was all about. I'm not saying it's a great thing they've got all this freedom, but, that's what it was all about, basically. What can you say?
Well, the freedom to put people to death is freedom of sorts, I suppose. Just not the kind of freedom I would have thought a Catholic in the west of Scotland would particularly favour. Do you know what I mean, Gerard? Do you know the sort of pro-life and all that? I suppose you're against abortion, Gerard. But you appear to be, well, fairly sanguine about the death penalty. It's just particularly odd to me. Have a word with the priest on Sunday.